So I've been riding for the last 3 years now, and along with that came the interest of trying to photograph motorcycles. And as far as motorcycle photography, there's not a lot of videos on YouTube. So I decided to make this video. Okay, so real talk here. Photographing cool looking motorcycles is always going to be easier regardless of whatever composition you do. A good motorcycle will always be easier to photograph. Same with people. Good looking people are just easier to photograph. But then again, motorcycles have different characteristics. There are bulky motorcycles, there are good looking motorcycles, they're thin, they're big. So there are a lot of varieties when it comes to their looks. And so in this video, I have 3 key points to show to you guys on how to photograph any bike that you want. So in this video, a friend of mine contacted me and he has a CBR 600 F4.
Guys, so this is going to be our subject for today.
So it's a bike that was made in the year 2000. So let's get down to the 3 key points. First thing is, of course, lighting. If I'm going to shoot motorcycles outside of the studio and I don't have control over my light, I have to make sure I either shoot early in the morning or late in the afternoon, so we get that golden hour, that smooth lighting. Or you can also shoot at overcast days. At night, make sure you look for a spot that has a big, large source of light, and you can position your bike in front of that, so you have a little bit of key lighting when you're photographing motorcycles at night. Here is an example of a bad photo that I took. I was too focused with just getting a shot that has a bokeh background that I forgot to compose the bike well and to put it into a position where there's a good lighting, compared to this shot right here, where even if it's dark, place the bike on a spot where there's a big source of light in there. So that's the first key point. Make sure you check your lighting, your schedule, before you go out for a shoot, whether that's sunrise, sunset, an overcast. So yeah, lighting.
So this is going to be our first location. Good background. The road is a foreground. So let's get shooting.
Second key point is, of course, the foreground and the background of your motorcycle is as important as the subject, of course. So some examples of the shot I took on this recent shoot is that I've added a lot of foreground and background elements. So as you can see, I decided to add some shots where I have some grass in front of it, or a tree bark, or a tree, or the road itself. So it helps guide the eyes of the viewer towards your subject. Make sure you check your foreground and the background before you take the shot. A very busy background and a very busy foreground is only going to distract the viewer's attention. And the last tip, of course, is somewhat connected to, of course, looking for a good foreground and background, is the location. Choosing the right location for your bike is gonna help you tons and tons. For example, if the bike has a lot of mechanical stuff going on with it, finding a background that's way more simpler to contrast that busy design of the bike is really gonna help you with getting the attention focus on that bike. If you're going to put like a 90s Harley on a very busy street, it's gonna be harder for your viewer or your audience to pick out what are we looking at here. But that's why you can notice in that most advertising materials or photographs that professional photographers are making for this big motorcycle companies, it's either they're photographing their subjects in the track or in a wide open road, not really much in the city. So even if they have to shoot in the city, they have to get the right composition so you don't lose sight of that subject. So in the shoot that we did, there's a road in Antique that's really straight ahead, and all you see in the background is rice fields, and then of course the big background, which is the mountains. So we went ahead over there and took some shots, of course making sure I changed different angles. As you can see in this video, I went down, I went up the road just to find a good spot for the background that is not too distracting. So when we went to another different location, I made sure I saw everything in the background is clear or not too busy, or supplementing the shot. So that's pretty much it. 3 key points in order to photograph bikes: lighting, foreground and background, and of course your location. I'm trying to keep it more simple. Regardless of all the video tutorials you watch online, the important thing is to always practice your skill when it comes to photographing, because you kind of develop the eye for it, especially if there's a limit in trying to research a location. Doesn't matter if it's an old bike, new bike, good looking, bad looking. If you compose your photos correctly, it'll look great. So yeah, that's just gonna be it for this video. I hope it helped you guys. This is normally what I try to look for when I start to photograph my bike. So even if I'm out on the road riding and if I just see a location that's really good looking, I stop by, I check my lighting, I set up, I photograph the bike, and then I can just take off and continue through the road. So if this video helped you out, please share it, tag some friends who likes to photograph motorcycles as well. And if you want to show me the photos that you've taken after watching this video, you can tag me on my Instagram, on my creative Instagram, which is the @MitchellArtworks. And yeah, if you like this video, please like it, share it to your friends, leave a comment. And if you think I've missed something when it comes to photographing motorcycles, if you're also photographing motorcycles and you have a tip to share with the people, please comment down below so we can all share ideas and enjoy the thrilling experience of riding a bike. See ya.